happy 2026. It is Monday, January 5th. We're just heading out to get a Dutch Bros coffee. My father bestowed upon me a few gift cards for Christmas, which was so cute. So I'm going to treat myself to a coffee this morning. Don't mind all the oiling. I just did my skincare. But we're going to start another weekly vlog. If you're new here, hi, my name is Natalie. I do knitwear pattern design, and I like to vlog my knitting and crafty adventures. A lot going on, and I'm super excited to show you guys everything that I've been working on. And yeah, so let's head out because I really want that coffee. We're back, and we are whispering just because the house is quiet. I got one of their new drinks. It's like a maple waffle latte. I did it half sweet, of course, because that sounds like a lot, but it's delicious. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? You know. But I think first order of business, we have to take down Christmas. Unfortunately, it has come to an end, and I'm not like turning the lights on the tree anymore. And I think that's when I know I'm like, okay, I'm done. So I think this morning I'm just gonna put all of that away. So sad. Alrighty, y'all. All the decorations are put away. I've just spent a little time journaling. Let me just... So cute. I'm just so happy with this, and there's so much more that I need to do, like monthly spreads and whatnot. But I also yesterday went to Barnes & Noble. I made a TikTok about this. I went because I was looking online. Okay. I knew I wanted to get a knitting journal, and I have a brand that's pretty good on Amazon. I have like 4 or 5. I bought like multiple of their journals, but I just hate the wait time when you order things online. So then I was looking at Barnes & Noble. I'm like, well, what do y'all got? I think they're now selling Midori stuff for this new year, since everyone's kind of loving the Japanese stationery. And so I went and I got a few things. First off, I decided to get an A5 journal as my knitting journal. And then I also got I got these pretty Post-it notes, and then these weather related stickers, but like for your mood. So I'm putting them, or like how your day went or whatever. I am putting them in like the day tracker, which is super cute. But I also yesterday, kind of on a whim, decided that I wanted to do cross stitch on my journal, my knitting journal, and it was so much fun. I'm like so addicted. It took me like 5 or 6 hours yesterday, but I was just so obsessed. Since this is my knitting journal where I'll be writing down everything, patterns, pattern making, ideas, just tracking like all of it and having a lot of fun, I decided to put a note to self on there, because, you know, that's the brand or whatever. But I also made a little TikTok on this whole process. I'm so excited. It came out so good. I messed my hand up though from poking the holes, because you lay down a template, you poke all the holes. I used a seam ripper because that was the only like pokey sharp thing that would poke through, and it just like totally cut up my hands, but it was gorgeous. I used my iPad, I used Procreate, and I just looked up cross stitch alphabet like layouts or whatever, and then just copied that over and just like wrote it out, and then I printed out the paper and taped it onto the cover, poked the holes, and then just sewed it all up. I feel like it would be kind of cute to maybe put a piece of paper on the inside so this is covered up. I also taped it down, and then some of the tape ended up ripping, but that's okay. I also want to get a cover for this one just to be safe, because that's a lot of pages. I don't know if I'll fill that up this year, but I want to keep it safe. I don't think I'm gonna get a cover for this one because I saw people kind of like shitting on, I think it was like Arden Rose. She like has this other Weeks design, and it's like already a plastic cover, and then she had a plastic cover on it, and like I guess people were shitting on her in the comments because like you get the plastic cover if it's like the fabric ones. So I don't think I don't need to spend money on it. Like it's gonna be okay because it's plastic anyways. But I was looking online. I had a Jet Pens order like in my cart, honestly, since like Christmas, since like I got this. I never pulled the trigger on it, and I'm pissed because apparently all you bitches bought Penco clampy clips and they're literally all sold out. I was shocked. I'm like, did everyone get a journal and then we all needed the clips? Like they were fully in stock like last time I checked, maybe 3 days ago, and I just checked because I'm like, I'll put in an order now. Sold out, literally all of them. So that sucks. I've just been using this random, and like, yeah, you can use this, but they're like also $4 and it's cute. But I was shocked, they're like all sold out. So then I've been trying other like small biz stationery stores, and I found some, but a lot of them were sold out. And then I also wanted to double dip and get the cover for this, and and a lot of these stationery places don't have both, and it's like I could have gotten everything on Jet Pens. So I think I'll probably just do a Jet Pens order more like stickers and washi tape and stuff, and then I'll just suck it up and use this, and then later on get another one. But yeah, that's what's going on. It's noon, but let's talk about knitting. So I am doing a whole knitting vlog with this cardigan. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I've had to frog a lot, and so I'm just done with the back yoke there. But I did cast on something that when I first saw this pattern and like with this specific yarn that I had in my stash, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do that. It turns out the pattern wasn't out yet. This was like, must have been a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And I was like, okay, well, when that comes back in stock, I really want to make this hat. And then I just kind of forgot about it, and I decided I really wanted to do it. So I cast this on a few days ago. This is the quilt hat beanie, I don't know. I'll put the name on the screen, but it's a quilted pattern. The designer of this has a book sleeve and a cardigan, or it's like heirloom quilt or whatever. And I remember when I was going to Sweden, because I was trying to plan out like what yarn I was gonna buy, like how I was gonna work that out, and I almost decided on doing some sort of like heirloom piece where I would just buy like hand-dyed skeins, a few hand-dyed skeins from each store at each country or whatever, and then make that quilt cardigan because it needed a lot of colors. But then I couldn't decide on like the color scheme, and like that's too much for me. Like and then I was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna wear it. Like it's cute, it's cool, but I don't know. So I didn't end up doing it. But then they came out with obviously this beanie, which is gorgeous. So here's what I have. Obviously this folds under. Last night as I was watching a movie, I realized that I had knit the chart wrong, so I think I have to frog like 3 or 4 rounds, and this is color work, so that's not fun at all, but that's okay. I am using, this is Bichet's and Boucher's alpaca, like a very let me go find the card. Ah, yes. This is Biches and Boucher's Les Petites Lambs wool. And I honestly, when I first saw this color, like, camera doesn't do it justice. It's the most beautiful speckled, like, it's just gorgeous. I don't even know, like, I can't even read. Oh, it's like blue black, I don't know. I got that one, and then I just got this one to follow it up when I was in Copenhagen. It's a super light yarn, and like when you get these kinds of yarns and they're like skeined up, it feels a lot thicker, and then you don't read the tag, and then it doesn't like compute that this is like very much a small fingering weight, because it gets like kind of fluffy, but when it's super tight, it's very thin. But I just got these two colors. It was fun. I just got these two colors with no plans, and then I made mittens, just like a classic Scandinavian mitten, and I did it really tight, and I just wasn't a fan. I did one mitten and then started the other, and I was like, no, I don't really want to do this. So I unwound it, and it just became the biggest mess, because I also held two strands together, which then when you unravel it, it's just a lot. But this was the pattern of the mitten. It's super pretty. It's really gorgeous. But I just don't think I wanted to finish them, and I really wanted to use this yarn for something else. And I feel like this beanie was like what I wanted to use it for. I still have like all of this just so messy. But the other day I was like, okay, yeah, I want to get this done. I really want to do this. So I bought the pattern and I cast on, and I did start on a gauge swatch. I cannot for the life of me gauge swatch properly in the round, and I don't want to do that. But I did it, like, I gauge swatched a bit for color work and was like, yeah, this will be enough. I think the pattern calls for 2.75 millimeter needles, so I'm using 3, and trying to knit as loose as possible. It's gonna be fine. It's turning out okay. But yeah, that's what I am working on. I really want to make a knitting journal setup video, but I also need to brainstorm how I want to set this up. Basically, I saw someone make just like, I think it was like a reading YouTuber, their reading journal setup, and it was just really cute. But I'm gonna have to be because like I don't see a lot of videos like that, like a knitting journal setup. So like I want to like brainstorm some spread ideas and just kind of like see how I want to do that. But that's definitely on my to-do list for this week. And also filming a 2026 knitting plans is also on my to-do list. I just got scheduled for work tomorrow, but just the afternoon, which is kind of nice. But I think I'm going to knit right now. I'm going to not unravel. I don't want to take it off the needles, so I'm just going to go back, you know, when you like go through and just kind of take the stitch off, which takes forever. But if I unravel, like, it's going to be a lot more work, especially with the color work. And then you kind of get lost and you don't know which line. It's just a mess. I can do that. And then I also need to fix my sweaters. They need some TLC desperately. I'm not gonna wash them, definitely not, but I do need to like depill. So I got some really cheap razors because I saw a knitter on TikTok, a knitting designer on TikTok, just use like super cheap razors to kind of shave the pilling off. And so I definitely need to do that because my sweaters are just, they haven't been treated very well recently. So I also need to do that. So yeah. Alrighty, folks. Welcome back. Now, who remembers this? It's still, I think it's just cold actually. Washed and blocked. Oh, it's still a bit wet. That's crazy. Washed and blocked this commissioned bonnet, which I would love to send out. Problem is when there's like not proper airflow in a room, and especially a cold room, it takes a long time to dry. But beautiful. I'm just going to let this hang out to fully dry. And then I will pack that up and send that off. That's something I've been meaning to get done. I've just been, so busy. I also have all my sweaters right here. I truly just keep transferring these from the floor to my bed, from the floor to my bed. So probably not tomorrow, maybe the day after, I will deep pill them. The reason I don't do a lot of things, especially like right now at about 5 p.m. is because there's no light, and like a lot of nitty stuff I try to make a TikTok out of. So I didn't do that today. I didn't feel very good today, and I tweaked my neck. I think I tweaked my neck from doing the cross stitch on my journal because I did it for like 6 hours and I was sitting really awkwardly. So that's not good. But yeah, I am going to eat some dinner. I have this insane candle going. Can you hear that? One of those woodwick candles I got for Christmas. And then I think I want to do some mood board inspiration stuff for my knitting journal. Just look at my little ecosystem so far. I'm like freaking obsessed. I love it. Oh my god. And don't even like get me started. I'm getting so many ads now on Instagram for like Notion for journaling and stickers and washi tapes. I'm like, girl, it's out of my price range right now. I can't. Happy Tuesday. It's about 10-ish, and I just did my hair. I did a French braid leading into 2 braids. Hold on, I don't want to see the back of my head, but can you all see that? Cool. And I still have a little bit of makeup. I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm gonna go up. I got scheduled, I don't know if I said this, I got scheduled yesterday for today, just the afternoon, which is interesting because it's usually an all-day shift, but there's like 2 lesson slots. There's the morning lesson and the afternoon lesson. But I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna try to go early to go ski a couple runs, then work, and then come home. Good morn. Good morn. It is hump day. It's Wednesday. It's about almost 10:45. I just got home. Basically, we were alerted by the presses a few days ago, the presses being the energy company, that they were going to be turning off the power today, 8:30 to 10. So I was like, okay, perfect time for me to make the pilgrimage out to Chick-fil-A and get my chicken biscuit because they gifted me one. They gifted me one. Sounds so influencer. Sometimes they'll hit you, the manager of like your local one will hit you with a free one in the app. I always try and take advantage. Or I'll get like a chicken sandwich. Anyways, then I ran a couple more errands. I also got a Dutch Bros. I know, but guess what? This chicken sandwich was free, and then I also had points, so I got some hash browns for free. And then my Dutch Bros was paid with a gift card, so that was all free. And then I went to Trader Joe's and just got like a few things. I tried last night. I was gonna tell you guys, but then I didn't because I just didn't. I tried the marinated tofu, the marinated teriyaki tofu. Holy crap, it's so good. Like I could make tofu taste like that, but like I don't want to. I don't want to go through all the work. It was so easy to just unpackage it and throw it in the air fryer. Now, I didn't eat the whole pack, obviously, but I burned like half of it. I was really frustrated with myself. I burned because I had like the rest of the tofu because I had already eaten. I was eating some and then I kept the rest in the air fryer, and I had the rest of like, I made chickpeas too. Burned the whole batch. I was so pissed because that was like 2 days, could have been 2 days worth of leftovers. So anyways, I went and got 2 more blocks of those, some chickpeas, sparkling water, boring stuff. And then I went to Ulta because I needed another eyebrow pencil. That's just the one thing that like I'll never give up. Like my makeup must-haves, like I'll give up mascara, I don't care, I'll give up concealer, but I think the ones that I would have to keep are blush and an eyebrow pencil. I don't really even need a gel, like I'll deal without a gel, but I need a pencil because I have such weird sparse brows. Anyways, my go-to lately has been this Wet n Wild one because it's like $3 or $4 at Target. And I've got it a few times. Granted, it doesn't last very long. It lasts about $4 worth, but it's so much easier spending $4 on something rather than like 10. And so I didn't want to go to Target, and I also needed a new got-to-be eyebrow gel, and they don't have that at Target, or at least they didn't when I checked online. So I chose Ulta. They don't carry Wet n Wild. I think Wet n Wild is like 2 drugstore for Ulta, which is funny, but I didn't know that, and that was really frustrating because all the other pencils are, I think the cheapest is $8, which is what I got. So we'll see if I like this one. It's LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I got it in espresso. So we'll see. Honestly, you know what? Y'all, guess how much these 3 items were. Okay, wait. So another got-to-be. This is the only brow gel that I will use. I believe that's my 3rd or 4th one. What I hate though, can companies like figure out a way for their product to not do that shit? Like all the stuff gets wiped off and then it gets on your hands and it sticks. The Charlotte Tilbury stuff is like really bad with that too. I hate that. But anyways, best brow gel for unruly brows or just ones that like just won't lay flat. It works, but my favorite part is that it doesn't flake off. It doesn't do the dandruff thing because I have such like dark hair, dark brows that a lot of other products did the dandruff thing and I hated it. So yes, got a new one. And then I've been wanting to get a concealer brush for a while. Remember when remember when all this shit was so cheap? Like reasonable, you know? It's ridiculous. So I got the angled concealer brush. I wanted something dense. And I felt it. It's pretty dense. We'll see. I'm normally a blender type girl, but like doing the whole process of getting the blender wet because I can't do it dry. Like my skin is just pretty temperamental when it comes to makeup, and some days it goes on nice, some days it doesn't. Anyway, so we'll see how that works. 3 products. What do we think, you guys? $31. Except I used my points, got $3 off. But everything is $10 nowadays, and it's just such malarkey. $10 for everything. More like $12 for everything. A drugstore mascara being $12. Like, girl, I could have doubled that and got like better than Sex mascara. Like, I feel like the high-end brands aren't really raising their prices as much as these lower brands, and it's ridiculous. That's the haul. That's what I got. Today, we're going to be working. I really need to brainstorm and honestly do everything for mail club this month. I think I'm going to lean more towards like a crafty. Like, I just loved how this came out. Like, I might try to make a sticker out of it. It's so cool. So like cross stitch, quilty, embroidery, those vibes for mail club. And then I also want to set up this knitting journal. I have some ideas, and yeah, that's what we're doing today. Morning, happy Thursday. I am headed to sell some clothes. I've had these 2 big bags in my car for months. I think one of the bags is just like the rejects from the last time I've sold, but like I'm gonna go try them again, like whatever. I'm gonna do that. And then the eyebrow pencil I bought yesterday, espresso my ass. Like I need the darkest color. It was, well, darkest, I need like a step down from the darkest, and like some of the brands like don't have, I don't know. They said it was espresso. It's ass. I'm returning it. I'm getting my $8 back, and I think I'll just go to Target and just get the tried and true $4 Wet n Wild one, because yeah, it snowed. There was a little delayed start. You see that snow? And while they're doing my clothes, I might bop around to some shops, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. Let's go. Delicious, you guys. Hello. I just got home. I think it's about 2 o'clock. I received an In-N-Out gift card for Christmas. So, you know, I had to cash that in. In-N-Out is yummy. Anywho's, I'm back. Today, low-key, it seemed like it was just everyone's first day on Earth. It was hell out there for some reason. I don't know. So basically, first off, I took these bags that have basically just lived in my car. I quite literally think I've brought them to Plato's Closet to sell like multiple times, and like I just keep bringing it back because eventually they're gonna buy everything. Like they just take a couple pieces every time. So I got $10 whole, which I already spent, and I will show you. I got a neck gaiter. Basically, I'm just growing my own ski gear collection because at least for our family, we just have kind of a random abundance, but no one ever, like, yeah, you get your own stuff eventually, but like I haven't skied in 5 years, so I haven't. It's usually like for Christmas you get new stuff, but especially like this neck stuff, like we all just kind of shared it. So anyways, at this point in time, I'm just buying my own. This is a merino wool one, which is what I wanted. And I wanted one to go up, cover my ears. Look at my mouth. Okay, hell yeah. So it's long enough for 2 layers. Girl. It's a bit not the softest, which is so interesting. Also, how they make this 100%. Like once you know like wool and just all, oh my god, like fabric, and you know, once you start researching and like the science behind it and like how things and why companies do things and the cheaper options and the more expensive, it's just interesting to then go out in the real world and like buy stuff. This is the brand. Expensive, but gonna be nice. It's thin because this is a cool weather one, but obviously I can like double up. I would rather have a cool one where it folded twice than have a warm one and not be able to wear it when it's like cooler out, I feel like. So, but yeah, it's 100% merino wool, which this is something, and I hope enough people have watched to this point in the vlog, and maybe one of you has an answer. Is it legal? I've tried to look it up and I can't really find a straightforward answer. Is it legal for companies to lie about fabric content on the tag? Because I feel like we see lately a lot of like brands, even expensive brands, like they'll say wool coat and there's not a lick of wool in it. They'll say merino this, there's no merino wool. Like they're just lying. And so like, yeah, when you're advertising you can lie, but like you can't lie about the makeup on the tag, right? Like I feel like that's crazy. Like if it says 100% wool, it has to be 100% wool. But like the stretch factor on this and like the feel of it feels kind of polyester-y. I don't know. It's so interesting. It's ethically sourced wool, but it's obviously like the weave technique and like how they made the fabric, but I find it so fascinating because, you know, when you think of like 100% merino wool items, like wool can, you know, with friction, like you do need a little bit of like plastic in there to get it to not tear, but like maybe you don't when it comes to like a certain weave. Because, you know, when we knit socks, you usually will use a sock weight, and that is like 75% wool, 25% nylon usually, because there's so much friction. But I don't know. I just find that interesting. So anyways, got that bad boy. And I did go get my tried and true. But I didn't return the one at Ulta. That's going to have to be another day because honestly, like I was saying, it was like everyone's first day on earth. I first hit up to drop off the clothes, and then I went to a store that's like close by because I don't go like that's like a 10-15-ish minute drive away. That's kind of like a long ways. Like I don't go down there unless I need to. So I'm like, okay, well, while I'm here, let me go check out this store. They didn't have anything that I liked, so I left. And then I went to another sports store to see if they had any things. They didn't. And then my clothes were ready, so then I went back, and then I went to REI, got that, and then I went to Target, and then I decided I wanted In-N-Out, and I was like, after all this, I need to just go home at this point. And I just noticed certified B Corps, which, oh, hello, a visitor, say hi, say hi. A B Corp means they meet like, oh gosh, good standards of business operations. And if this is ethically sourced wool, then that's pretty cool, pretty cool. Did cost an arm and a leg, but guess what? I said if I get money, I actually did start to tell myself, I was like, if you get $20, you can go buy this nice one. I only got 10, but then I had $10 in cash in my wallet. So basically, I only spent $9 on this. Oh, if anyone wants a review on this concealer brush, big fan. Coming from someone that doesn't use makeup brushes. This is the Morphe 132. I feel like this is probably a dupe or like reminiscent of like, I think the House Labs concealer brush gets a lot of hype. So like, I feel like that one's pretty similar to it. Anyways, let's do a quick whip knitting update. So I'm not sure what's wrong with my brain. Why this cardigan pattern is just not working out. It's very frustrating. Because I've done the back a couple times. I'm just frogging the whole entire thing. And remember, I've made this before, but I am switching up the technique and the way that it's made. So frogging the whole thing. I think at this point for my vlog, I'm going to start my timer over, but then I'll say it took me, I think in total it's about 11-ish hours of work that did not come to fruition, like work that got frogged. So that's where we're at. And then for the beanie, I am now working. I did you do like a little German short row turn. You do a turn because then once it comes up, that's the brim, and then the hat is worked up on the right side. It's exactly the same as the Oslo hat. So that's that. Oh, and then I think tomorrow's gonna be my day where I really do a video, because I think I want to paint my nails, because that's just something that I've just learned. Like, I feel like my videos and stuff just like does better if it's like, if all aspects, all elements are visually appealing, and like that makes so much sense, and I get it. But I'm going to make the video for my knitting journal setup. I brainstormed. I have pages that I'm going to do. First off, I did the inside cover. The thing is, I don't have a lot of stickers. Like, I have a lot, but like not really, like not the cutesy. Like, I have a bunch of random ones. I have a bunch of ones from my college, a bunch of ones from like Dutch Bros. I'm not putting that in there. So I'm just working with what I got. I feel like I'll want to, I think like TikTok shop has like a lot of sticker packs. Like maybe I'll order like a sticker book or something. But I did the cute random letters, note to self studio in the front. And then this will be like an intro page of note to self. I also have to order more Polaroid film because I think I'll be putting a ton of Polaroids in here. This next one, I'm going to do a project tracker for 2026. I don't know if I'll fill this whole journal up in 2026. That would be a lot of knitting, and that would be awesome. But yarn inventory, needle inventory. And then I have a few, like I have extra pages for just like random stuff that I'm not really sure what to do. And then this is like where my project and like design stuff will live. And then in the back or like mid, I think I'm also going to put in a yarn tag collection. I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that, but yeah, that's that. So gonna probably film that tomorrow. I started doing it, but it just, oh, I have like other cute ones. Okay. But it just kind of became a bit too much. So that's that. That's what's going on. And yeah. Hey. Freedom. You guys want to go out? Here, let me go out first. Ooh. Ooh. Bean, come out. Is it cold? Oh, oh. We got paws. Hello. I hope this is not crooked. It's so crooked. Oh no. Hi everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It is 2:30. And I've just been getting things done all day. I started filming for my knitting journal setup. Just a little sneak peek. I'm not gonna like discredit what I've done. It's not the cutest. I hate saying this, but like I don't have a lot of stickers. I don't have like all the cute stuff. It's like I think it is something that I'll improve on, I'll grow with over time. I'm not just gonna like drop a band on a bunch of stuff that like I just kind of find that like just so not the point. You know what I mean? Like it's functional. It's what I want. So I did, you know, cute little intro page. I feel like my filming probably wasn't the best either, but that's okay. And like, yeah. So I filmed that. And then I've also been working on Mail Club. I'm going to finalize everything tonight, but I think I want to take a little brain break walk. This January's theme is hygge. I'll put the word on the screen. Because I felt like it was just so perfect because it is the dead of winter and we all need to lean into that cozy comfort culture of, I believe it's all Scandinavian countries, but like I hear it a lot in Copenhagen. So it's like Danish, I believe. But yeah, so we have I'm going to be doing, another one of these and I've already set it up. It's very cute. And I have the hygge definition and like how are you practicing hygge this month. And then I'm going to be doing 2 stickers. I'm working on them right now. I don't know. I'm like workshopping a couple different things. So I think 2 stickers, the card, and then I'll see what else I kind of naturally come up with. But yeah, I'm super excited for this little hygge theme. And then next month will just be like vintage Valentine's Day, I think, which means I'm going to want to get it out in the mail before the 14th. So I'll then start working on that as well. And then March, I'm thinking like a magic / lucky theme, mainly because St. Patrick's Day, luck, but like not like the Irish, like lucky, like rainbow. Like I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking more like magician, magic, bunny rabbit type stuff. And then April, who knows, maybe like flowers or something. But yeah, I feel like I was kind of stuck on what I wanted to do just because these past few weeks I haven't been focused on it like at all because everything has just been so busy. So it's really nice to get back into the groove of designing and growing Mail Club and stuff. And so yeah, I'm definitely gonna put in a big Vistaprint order. I was trying to figure out how to do sticker sheets, but I think for the price of it, like the price of a sticker sheet at such a low quantity is like literally my whole budget. So I can't do that yet. I think as you grow, you're able to expand and do stuff like that. And I'm still trying to find like a vendor for that and stuff. Like I've looked around, but I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just going to be doing individual stickers for this coming month. And yeah, I really want to go out on a walk. It's been very cold outside though, so I'm just definitely gonna have to bundle up. But yeah, because it's super sunny out, so go on a walk, come back, work on finishing up the mail club designs, and then I really need to be knitting. I haven't been knitting, like, yeah, like I have, but like to be a true like designer, I really need to just knit. I also edited this YouTube video this morning. So I kind of find it hard to like do that. I'm still in this weird mindset of like knitting is the hobby. It's like, but it's not the hobby because you're making money. Like this is like your job. So it's just, it's a lot. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Hello guys, happy Monday the 12th. I am just going to very quickly end off this vlog. I wanted to do it last night, but I was working all day yesterday, and I ended up teaching my first lesson, but with like no help from anyone, and I hadn't like really shadowed or anything. I can pick it up, like it's fine, but I had 5 kids on my own. You're not supposed to have 5 kids on your own. So it was kind of a lot for me yesterday. Thankfully, I only had to do 1 lesson, and then in the afternoon, I was just helping out, which was nice, because if I had to do 2, I would have like just, my brain probably would have melted. But then I went and skied a little bit after, and then I came home, chilled, and then just lost track of time and didn't film an outro. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. More knitting to come. I really need to lock in on my knitting. I feel like this past, I could say month, the holiday season, I really got out of the flow, and I need to get back in the flow. So we're gonna get back in the flow. Honestly, this coming week's vlog is probably just gonna be getting back into the flow of knitting vlog. So, but thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next week.